He hasn't done that since the opening minutes of this game, where he scored the first 8 and got Santa Clara off of that 8-0 lead. 3:15 to play in a timeout. Gonzaga has hit 6 straight field goals now. 73-53. I think we're going to announce now our Subway. Well, we'll do it in a moment. Our player of the game. Here's what's coming up for GU.
Well, for GU, it's going to be St. Mary's. The only common opponent they have is Eastern Washington, who St. Mary's leads at WCC, winning by nearly 18 points a game, led by Rob Jones. And saw Dellavedova earlier, 2 of the better players in conference. Jones leads the league in rebounding, while Dellavedova leads the league in assists per game. That is a tough place to play. GU is going to have a tough test on Thursday night. Despite the fact that St. Mary's maybe hasn't played a lot of the top teams in the country, they're still a really good ball club.
Eddie. Hard to the floor and a chance for 3. That one hurt. .301 to play. Eddie holding the back. He'll shoot a free throw when we come back. Pangos on the move. Oh, that's poetry in motion. We'll be back. Guy Landry Eddie. Guy Landry, his first name. Eddie, his last name. Out of France. His first free throw attempt of this game. Missed it. Here's Clark around Merninghoff, and he'll shoot for 3. So Gonzaga's first lead in this game came with 35 seconds remaining in the first half. And then they went on a 27-5 run and put this one out of reach.
Well, it's a large reason for that discrepancy is the fact that Santa Clara's guards, Foster and Rockmore, coming into tonight nearly 33 points between the two of them, and really struggled. 6 of 25, only 18 points. In comparison, Bell and Pangos, 23 points combined coming into tonight. 25 as of right now. So that matchup that we highlighted at the beginning of the game has been pretty one-sided in GU's favor.
Merninghoff, corner 3. He hit 3 on Thursday night in mop-up action. He hits his first here. There's his parents from Germany, Angelika and Franz Joseph. All the way from Germany, huh? How about that? It's a long ways to come from Germany.
It is. They obviously love their son quite a bit. Good for him, though. They were here on Thursday, played a great game. Knocked down a shot here. Hey, I played overseas. My parents never came to visit me. You know? That's a good effort.
Oh, Merninghoff. Just a sophomore, a young guy in this program, but has a great ability to shoot the basketball. And we talked on Thursday night, you can never have enough of those guys on the team.
No, you can't. I think he's got a future in this program. He's still got to continue to work on his game. You see right there, that corner 3 is his favorite spot. And that's probably the most difficult spot on the floor to knock down the three-point look. That's a real weapon. And we saw it on Thursday night. Hasn't played as much tonight, but defensively, the effort is improving. He's figuring things out there, and with his size, he could be a really good rebounder from that wing spot.
He's certainly big enough.
Yeah, he's a good athlete. Not Micah Downs-like athleticism, but still an above-average athlete.
Santa Clara now just trying to work on the offense, I think. There's a nice finish by Yannick Atanga. Gets it back to a 20-point game with 2 minutes to play. I mean, Santa Clara is one of the youngest teams in the country.
Oh, yeah.
So they're working on things now. Obviously, they're not going to win this game as Kaida lines up the three and missed it.
I like, you look at Foster's only a junior. Rockmore's a sophomore. Harrison's a junior. I mean, yeah, on and on. Cowles is only a junior. They don't really play any seniors at all. They have some deeper on their bench. So you're absolutely right. I think the future is bright for this ball club. But a lot like Portland, they're going to have to take some lumps along the way.
Tell you what, Spangler's got to go in for the dunk there.
So even if you don't finish the dunk by going up that aggressively, you're going to draw the foul. By laying it up, the official's never going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Should be pointed out that Santa Clara did have a senior to start the season, or at least they thought he was going to start the season, and Mark Trasolini. He tore his ACL out in September. He would have been a senior on this team. Certain areas right there would have been a nice mixed player, 6'9". He was one of the better players in the league a year ago. I mean, he's a really good player.
One of the 3 or 4 better post players in the league, and that would have given them some balance. Santa Clara's so perimeter dependent offensively. But to have a guy like that inside, you can throw it into him, he can go to work. That was a huge loss for them to start the season, there's no doubt.
Kaida. Spangler. And a chance for 3. What the pass from Kaida? I wasn't sure where he was going with that.
I'm not sure that basket should have counted. If you look at it again, Eddie goes up and grabs the rim before the ball goes through. Didn't really impact the shot at all, but technically that's a goaltend, and the officials are getting together to talk about it. Let's take a look here. A nice feed there from Kaida. Spangler somehow finishes it. Here comes Eddie, grabs it. That's an automatic
basket interference.
Yeah, well, let's see what they end up doing.
And Kerry Keating right now talking it over with the officials.
And they're going to count the basket. They never went and looked at the monitor, just discussed it between the 3 of them.
Hart, the rebound. There's another hand on the rim. And offensive foul on Santa Clara. You can hear the keys.
Just thinking that.
I don't know if people at home can hear them, but it's certainly a dramatic sound, and I always thought it was the students that did that. Students aren't here. Kaida with the finish.
Good for Kaida. I'll tell you what, he's a guy who works really hard in practice. Teammates love him. Just hasn't been able to crack that rotation.
There's a lay-in by number 20, Denzel Johnson. Our first look at him, freshman out of Fresno. 12 Zags have scored tonight, Richard. And it's going to be a 22-point win.
Well, 11 scored on Thursday night versus Pepperdine. So Coach Hughes been able to go deep into his bench here this weekend. With a big game against St. Mary's coming up, it's nice to rest some of your major minute guys, and he's been able to do that.
That's going to do it. Time now to announce our A to Z rental player of the game. No job too big or too small with 7 convenient locations. We rent everything. Let A to Z Rental be your most valuable player for all your rental needs. Tonight's player of the game is Mr. Sam Dower. He was also our Subway Sub of the game. He's also our A to Z Rental player of the game. 17 points, 6 rebounds, 6 of 9 shooting. He was perfect from the free throw line. Sam Dower really getting it done right now. He's in a great rhythm for Gonzaga.
You know, you could make a great case. The last 8 games, he's playing about as well as any post player that's been here. I mean, he is as good on that low block as I've seen in a long time. It's been impressive.
Gonzaga with a 22-point win on Santa Clara. They led by just 2 at the half. For Richard Fox, I'm Greg Heister. Good night from Spokane. The Zags moving on.